Guys, I'm just doing a coding stream. I'm making a stratagem for Arduino. Hey guys, I'm just doing a chill coding stream on Arduino today. Hey guys, I'm just doing a chill coding stream on Arduino today. Anyways, so I'm just gonna be coding a how do I do stratagem on my Arduino. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. Not gonna do anything special, so I have an Arduino Uno and a bunch of stuff, and I'll just be making a how do I have a stratagem. Let me get my live chat up here and then we can continue. Okay. We can continue now. So we're just going to be doing a coding stream for anyone who didn't hear on Arduino. I'm just going to load a file real quick and then we can get started. Okay. Let's get rid of all this. And all this. Okay, so basically what we're coding here is a Helldivers stratagem. For anyone who doesn't know, Helldivers is a game where you fight aliens, and you have a special weapon called a stratagem, which lets you call in orbital strikes and things like that. So we're just going to make one for a cosplay. So we're just going to get rid of all this text and then get started. So first off, I'm going to have a LCD display, 16 by 2, and then I'll have a a joystick that lets me program the stratagem. So we're just going to program that real quick. So what this is doing is it is telling the LCD to print stratagem code. So down here, we're going to make a loop, but first we are going to want to go up here and set our pins for the joystick. So const int, we'll say our X pin, so our X pin is equal to A0. If you don't know, on the Arduino there is different pin slots, and in the analog section there is 0 through 5. So we're going to go to analog 0, and then we're going to make the Y pin equal to A1. Okay. And then we're just going to go down here and set the X pin. What's it called? Pin mode, right? X pin. We'll make X pin and Y pin an input because we're using them as inputs. Pretty sure I did that wrong. Let me make it lowercase. There we go. Haven't coded in a while, so I might make some mistakes here. Same thing with Y pin. So now we've labeled both the X pin and the Y pin as inputs. Oh. Okay, let's just make sure that all works. Okay. Oh, already made a mistake, yep. Pin mode with capital M. There we go. And let's just verify that real quick. Okay, so next up, I'm going to want to set up a serial display channel so I can read what's happening. I can tell I'm a little quiet on stream, so I'm just going to raise my volume a little bit. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can hear me better now. Anyways, now we've set our pin modes, we're going to want to start a serial monitor. So serial begin, and then we'll set it to 9600. Okay, let's verify that. Oops, serial needs to be capitalized. There we go. Okay, now that we've set it all up, we can move on to this stage. So, what we're gonna do, well, actually, before we do any of that, we have one more thing we need to cover in this. We need to set the middle ground for our joystick so it can detect when it's not in the middle. So, we're going to make an int, call it x mid over here, and we're going to do the same with y. Then we're going to set x pin, or x mid, is equal to A0. Oh, sorry, serial read. Not serial. Analog. Dot read A0. Do the same with y mid. Oh, sorry, not A0. We need to do X pin, so we can change it to 0. And then we can set it to Y pin. Okay, so now we've actually set it all up. Now what we're going to want to do is make the loop function. So first off, we're going to see if the X pin or the Y pin is greater than or less than, by a good enough margin, than our middle. So if X pin analog read so basically what we're going to do is that we're going to subtract. We're not going to subtract. We're going to basically add 100 to it, and if it's still greater than that, then we can say it's not in the middle. So if it's greater than x mid plus however much you want, I might do plus 300, so it's a little more, it's harder to input the wrong thing. And then we can do an else if over here. Analog read x pin is less than x mid minus 100. Okay, and that's going to do that for the x's, so 300. And then we can just copy and paste it and change it to y mid. Okay, and then change this and this. Now let's make sure it's still good. It's not happy. Analog was not displayed in this xmid is equal to analog.read. Interesting. So it's giving me an AO because analog was not displayed in this scope, so it might not recognize analog read. This is interesting. Analog read is not recognized. Well, Google it is. I'm sure probably not. Let me look it up real quick. I'm a little rusty, I haven't coded in a while, so I may have done it wrong. I see. There's no dot in the read function, so let me fix that. Okay. Analog read, yeah. So let's fix all these real quick. Okay. Verify that. Does not recognize Y pin. Interesting. So it recognizes X pin. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I forgot to capitalize. C++ is specific, so it needs stuff to be capitalized. So let's just fix that real quick. Verify that. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, we're going to set int x pause equal to 0 and int y pause equal to 0. Now, if it's greater than, we want x pause to equal to 1. If it's less than, we want it to be equal to -1. Same thing with y. So now we can find out the position of our joystick. So now that we know the position of our joystick, we can print out the print it out on the LCD display. So let's get all this settled. So we have all the pins. Okay, and then gonna need to display that now. I'm not sure if it's already. Yeah, it looks like we already have them. Okay, so we're going to set our cursor at the start to. Well, we're gonna make an integer called cursor position, and we'll put that over here. And at the start, we're going to have it equal to 0. Now, if any of these are true, then we're going to want to do some stuff. So we can switch real quick. Do x pause, case 1, case -1, break. We don't need a default in this. Well, because it might be 0 in some cases, then we'll have a default. And we'll just make the default a break. So, in case it's 1, that means the X position is to the right or left. I'm not sure. So we'll have to change this. So, if it's 1, we're going to LCD print. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do LCD print, and then we need the cursor position, because we have the int cursor position up here, but we haven't actually moved it. So we're going to do lcd.cursor and set it to 1, and then cursor pause. So basically, there's 2 lines on my LCD, and there's 16 columns. So 2 rows, 16 columns. If 0 is at the start, then it will be at the top row. If it's 1, it'll be on the bottom row. And then we can set cursor position to wherever we want it on the bottom row. So I have it at 0 right now, but that will change based on what happens. So we're going to print, let's just say this is right. We'll print this. And then we'll also increment cursor position. Same thing over here. lcd.print. And then we'll just make it the right arrow. We might have to adjust this later. Or left arrow, same thing. So then we can go over here. Cursor pause. Minus, plus, yeah. And then we're good. Now we can do a similar switch for Y. So, case, and all we gotta change right here. And that should fix it, or make it work. Cursor pause, oh. Did I misspell? Oh, yeah, I did. Let's make sure we have it all good. X pause. And then it has a problem with X pause. Int X pause was not declared in this scope. It's interesting because it was declared up here. And then it is not a fan of cursor position. However, that was declared. Let's try it again. Cursor pause was not declared in this scope. It's an interesting error message. We have cursor pause up here. Let's put that out of setup and into here. It might be mad at me for whatever reason. And then let's move these 2 up. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I accidentally put it into setup, so it can't find it. That's my bad. Okay. Still is not recognizing cursor pause. Oh. Well, in this case, I misspelled it. Let's find that and fix it. Same thing here, and then we did forget a semicolon at the end of this, which is my fault. And then it has a problem there. I'm not sure what. Void cursor. No matching function call, so this isn't a function. Let's see, set cursor, I think it was. So let's fix that real quick. Kosu. Try it again. No, not recognizing it. Gonna have to look this one up again. I'm not sure what the function's called. Ah, I see. It's set cursor. Set cursor. There we go. That should fix it. Yep. Now, we're also going to serial display this. Serial display. Right. And of course to a new line. And then let's just we can fix all these up. Left. Okay, and then we can do a down and an up. So we go here. Say this is down. And, oh, well, this would be down. Maybe. And this would be up. We might have it wrong, though. Okay, let's see. Oh, does not look nice. Serial display. Oh, it's serial print. My bad. Serial print. Okay, that should fix that. No? Serial needs to be capitalized, doesn't it? Yeah, that was the problem. Okay, let's upload this. Look at our serial monitor, make sure nothing's happening. Okay. Could not open serial plotter. That's fine. Serial monitor. Oh. So it is saying left here. So that's probably just because we don't have anything connected. It is good that it is working though. So let's close out of this. And now it's time to plug everything in. So at first we're just going to plug our joystick in. So I'm going to set up a camera here so you guys can see what's going on. Just so you guys know though, I won't be able to see chat for a little while here. So that is done. Actually, no, I can. Okay. That's good. So I'm just going to find a position that can hold you. Okay. And I'm going to switch over to this. Okay. So I'm just going to grab a joystick here. And we're going to connect it to the analog pins. Don't ask how I'm holding this. It's working. So let's grab some of these. We got the 5 volts pin, the ground pin, and the X and Y pin. I'm not going to be using the select pin on this. I'm surprised this is actually working. Anyways, we have all of these plugged in. So, we got our X and Y pin and our ground and 5 volts pin. So let's plug in the ground and 5 volts first. This purple one's ground. So we're just going to plug that in straight into the ground pin. We can just use these for today. If you don't know, I'm using little expansion, so I have more options to choose for with 5 volts and ground. Typically there's only one pin for 5 volts, which is annoying, to say the least. So this should be ground. This is 5 volts. Analog is this X. This is the Y pin, so it's going to go to analog 1. And this is the X pin, so it's going to analog 0. Okay. Now I can press the reset button. Hopefully it's zeroed in. And I'm going to switch back to our coding tab. Not bad. Okay. Now that we've done that, we can see the serial monitor. It's working? Kind of. It is registering what I'm doing, but it is not resetting it because I did forget to set the X position back to normal at the start. So we need to do that real quick. Okay, we can go back over here, turn it to Y pause, and now if we push the update real quick, and now so our monitor should be working. It's not registering it. Peculiar. Let's try that again. Reset that real quick. Maybe the ceiling monitor just needs to be updated. It's not displaying anything. Right? Up, down, left. Okay, so the up and down need to be swapped, but other than that, it is successful. So this is actually down. So let's just swap this like that, -1, 1, and now it should actually work. I deleted something over here. I'm not sure what I did. Delete. Case 1, case -1. This would be up now, so we can just say up here. And then this needs to be up here, so we can just use the kill thing, whatever you want to call it. And then down here we can just use the V. Okay. So let's check the serial monitor now after we upload this. Okay. Serial monitor. Let's check. Oh, looks like it wasn't done. I need to recalibrate it real quick. Okay. Up, right, down, left. So it's working good. So now we're just going to add a little delay at the end, so it's easier to do. So delay, and then we'll do a second. These are microseconds, so 1000 microseconds is a second. And then we can upload that. So now if we go to the serial monitor, it's slower. Okay, well, there we go. We have our joystick programmed in, and our LCD should work if I have done this right. we also need to do one other thing. I want to make it so it deletes what you've already written if it's waited for more than 3 seconds, since obviously there's no delete button, so I'm just going to have it automatically delete. So first off, to do that, we need a counter. So we can go up here and do int curse count and set that to 0. And then at the beginning, we're going to add 1 to curse count. So curse count plus. So that's just going to increment it by adding 1. Did I add an S there? Yes. So curse count, cursor count, and then plus. And then if it ever detects anything in here, it's also going to set cursor count to 0. So we can just copy that. And if it ever reaches like 3, then it will delete all of our text. So we can do lcd.clear and then wait stratagem and then set it to 0. There we go. So now we're going to make an if statement. We'll do it after this. If curse count is greater than or equal to 3, then we're going to do this code here, lcd.clear. Then we will set cursor, lcd.set cursor. Sorry, hit the wrong one. Set cursor, and then we'll type it at 0, and then we can lcd print. Stratagem code. Okay, now that we have that done, we'll set the cursor. We can be done. Let me just make sure that's just the same thing as we did up here. Stratagem code, yep. Okay, let's verify this all looks all good. Okay. So now we're going to have to connect the LCD, which is arguably one of the most annoying processes in my opinion, because I do not have a I2C, so I need to connect 6 pins, and I need to connect around 5 or so power and ground pins. So we'll do that now. I'll turn on my camera so you can see what's going on as I plug everything in. So let's go over there. So here you see my joystick. This is working fine. We got the left, right, up, down, right. Don't ask why I say it right there. Anyways, we can take our LCD here, and I have this mini breadboard we're gonna use 17 rows, and I'm just gonna plug it in right here, and that's gonna give me some more options when it comes to connecting it. So first off, I'm gonna fix my camera situation. It's a little janky, so I'm gonna turn off my camera here for a second, and I'm gonna fix it so it's nice and easy to do. Oh, never mind. Seeing all my stuff. Let me full screen this. I'm just gonna let it down for a second and fix this so I can actually work. Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna hold with one hand. It might be a little hard, but it's fine. So we got a my potentiometer. My potentiometer just fell, so let me grab that real quick. Okay. So we have a nice little potentiometer here. It's a little standard one. And we're just going to connect that to the contrast pin. So that's going to be this one right here. I'm just going to bridge it across the gap like this. If my hand stops shaking, that is. Okay. So now that we've bridged it across the gap, we have this. So it's directly connected to the contrast pin, basically. So we're just going to grab our power real quick. And this goes to the VDD right here. We can just plug that in, connect it to here. With the ground, we're just going to connect that to the left pin. So we can, I kind of need 2 hands for this one. So I can go back to the old method. It's incredibly janky, but it works, it does. So we're going to go over here. And move this down. See, this is why I need 2 hands. Okay. We can grab more wires. And this goes here. This goes here. We're doing all the power first, then we can do the other things. Let's see. Let's move. And then we are going to get a resistor 220 ohm. Connect that to the backplate. And then we can just get a normal ground wire here. Then we can just get some more jumper wire, put it here and here. And there's one more ground pin we need to connect over on this side. Let me check which one it is. It's the RS pin. So let's grab our ground pin. What's the RW pin? My bad. The RS pin is for connections to the screen. So we can just connect that to straight to the RW. Now we're all good to go. So we have a contrast and backlight and just normal power. So now we can go start connecting it. It's gonna be a little janky the way it's laid out. Yeah, just how it is. So let's see. We have. Oh, I made a mistake. Let me move my screen. I accidentally have it off the side here. That's a great reason why I need 2 hands. Oh. Always scares me pulling these out. Okay. So now we got these all correct. Nice. Let's go to here. So now we got all that. Let's fix this real quick then. Move it over. We gotta pull this resistor out. Hoping getting views for this janky camera. Anyways, we can move this. Plug that in. Oh. I do not like resistors. Another reason why I need to get a better camera thing. Need to get a holder for it so it doesn't fall down. Can't really right now though. Okay, come on, resistor, don't do this to me. This is why I like putting resistors in before the wires, especially when you have ones that are trimmed down to fit more neatly. They're a little harder to get in there, but it's okay. It's okay. There we go. Let's put this through here. Don't know how that got in there in the first place. Okay, there we go. So if you're working down now. Okay. So that should be all the wires we need. So now we just need to connect all of our pins. So we can put a white one here. This is our VS. Come on. There we go. Now we can grab a orange one, put that in E. I'll just face these this way for now. I'll get a yellow one, put that in D4, which is really D5. They just like doing it from 0. It does make sense, but you can get a green one, put that over in D6. Get a blue one, put that in D5, and then put this one in D6. And then second white one. Camera keeps falling. Yeah. And my phone turned off, which I'm using to record. It's a little janky, but it works. Okay, and then we can get seven. Okay, so we have them all connected. So let's connect our power first. So ground to ground first. With my shaky hands. Then we can do a power. Back right turned on. Okay, now for our pins. So we're gonna need to look away for a second here. Okay, OS 12, E is 11. So I'm gonna take OS, swing it around, put it into 12. And then for E, swing it around, put it in 11. So if I'm not giving you the best angle here. It's a little hard to focus on that when I'm doing all this, but it's okay. We can just put that straight into 11. There we go. Then we're just going to get next one, D4, check where that goes. D4 is in 5. The other D5 is in 4, so on. So D4, I'm going to go to 5. D5 is going to go to, we'll pass it over these. It's going to go to 4. And yes, these messy wires do make me very annoyed too, but I don't really have another option, so yeah. Then D6 can go to 3. And finally, D7 can go to 2. If I can maneuver it in there. There we go. Oh, never mind. And there we go. Okay, let's see if it's working. Reset. You might have these mixed up. Doesn't seem to be working here. Okay, Well, let's try this then. I'm gonna unplug the ground power from this side. I think I might have these on the wrong sides. So I'm gonna switch this. Typically is a contrast issue. I'm gonna put this on this side. Okay, and let's put this one in here. So where the fun comes in. Gotta maneuver around all the wires. And hopefully not unplug any of them. Trying to rewire it. That's part of the fun. Okay, plug that in. And plug that in. Reset it. Yep, it's working. There we go. And let's test. Oh. Okay, well, it's sort of working. The cursor does not seem to be moving right, though. So let's reset that. Oh, I know what the problem is. Let me fix that real quick. So the first one seems to be starting on line 2, weirdly enough. And then it's just staying down on there. But the cool thing is, it is displaying it. So that's good. So we're gonna switch screens here and try to fix the code. Okay, so something with the cursor is messed up. So the only thing that could be wrong is the cursor position. Right, so the cursor position is set to 0, so this might actually need to be 2. Let's try pushing this real quick, and then seeing what that does. Doesn't seem to fix it. Oh, I know what's happened. So I have these mixed up. So basically the problem is it actually needs to be this way. So you want one to be here and cursor position to be here. Yeah, it's working. And it erases it when it's done. Okay, well, let's upload that. Okay, and now I'm going to show you what we made today. Okay. Let's get this all in frame. Grab a joystick. Oh, my bad, I forgot to switch the screen. Okay. So, as you can see here, we have a joystick and our stratagem code. So we can go up. So, it might be a little laggy too. And then if we stop inputting codes, it erases. So it's exactly what we wanted. Did notice one thing though. Oh. We forgot to reset the cursor position. So it doesn't start back at the start. So let's fix that real quick. So how do we fix that? Well, we just gotta go to the reset function. And we got to... Well, we do set cursor there, but we never LCD set cursor. And we need to set it to 0, 1, like that. And we also, well, actually, we can simply fix it by setting cursor pause equal to 0. So now that's going to fix it by setting our cursor to the base position. And then, of course, there was one other thing I noticed. over here we have we have the code in stratagem code or the C in code in stratagem code capitalized. So let's fix that and upload it. Okay, and now we can look at the finished project. So what a while is, of course, you can adjust the contrast over here. You can go up, left. Oh, I'm holding it sideways. That's my fault. Okay, up, left, right, down, up, left, down, right. Yep, all working. And then if you wait, it disappears, and you can continue inputting. Okay, that's nice. I did notice one thing though. If you like even kind of slightly offset it, like this much, it does do that. Oh, well, that's not something we can fix too easily, so it's okay. We just gotta make sure we are precise. Or we can make a bunch of ifs. But yeah, that works. So thank you guys for watching. That's it for today. Thanks. I might do more in the future. I will probably 3D print like a case cover for this, and then put it into there. Probably. Don't get your hopes up. And then I'll make a video on that. But for now, this is it. If you want to see the final project, then subscribe to my channel, and I might upload a video on it in the future. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.